zack. Aufnahme wurde begonnen. So. Ach das Kackpuzzle.
So, how...
Nee, wie war das? Das ging nicht, ne?
All of this needs putting in order a little.
Das ging nicht. Es geht doch.
This piece should be placed here.
Okay, ja, bitte.
It's so simple.
Bitte nicht bei jedem Stück. Wieso geht denn das auf einmal?
This page is finished. That's done. 3 more.
Er muss alles kommentieren. Das habe ich doch versucht, die da dran zu legen, oder nicht?
I think that this is right. This page is finished. And that's 2 done.
Natürlich drücke ich direkt in die
This
Mitte.
piece should be placed here. This page is finished. Only 1 more. This page is child's play. I think that this is... This page is finished. All the pages are reconstructed.
Dann wischen wir mal.
The cloth is now soaked with solvent.
Wischel, wischel, wischel. Ist das Petersäure oder was war das?
Got it! Make a note, Hastings, make a note. Mrs. Alice Asher, shop owner in Andover. Tracheitis, hemoptysis, prescribed laudanum.
I got it. Look,
Wie?
Poirot, where on earth did you find these files?
On a fire at the bottom of the garden at Comside.
All right, but where did the person who burned them find them?
Poor Mr. Poirot.
Hä? Lesen, wo sind die denn? Da.
Alice Asher,
Steht doch noch
shopkeeper
mehr.
in Andover. Tracheitis,
Dachte schon.
hemoptysis,
Der eine Satz
chronic
auf
cough
4
with
Seiten.
loss of blood, prescribed laudanum-based cough medicine. Betty Barnard, waitress in Bexhill. Chronic bronchitis causing dysphonia. Advised to stop smoking. Alexander Bonaparte Cust. While wounded, mustard gas and head trauma. Pulmonary emphysema. Hemoptysis. Coughing fits with blood. Suffers from absences and amnesia. Dick Dudley Dunbar, owner of the Black Swan Hotel in Doncaster. Asthmatic, heart disease, heart condition.
Das ist
Let
der
us
mit
now
dem D.
try and get our brain cells to work.
Der müsste die. Woher stammen die verbrannten Dokumente? Alle Opfer hatten Halsbeschwerden am Tag der Mord. Viel Besuch. Tara Gray. Ein Hausierer gesehen. Auf verbrannten Dokumenten steht Miss Ashers Name. Also auf jeden Fall die 2, ne? Nicht? Oh. Woher stammen die verbrannten Dokumente? Hä? Dokument stammen aus Dr. Clares Patientenakten.
The burned documents are medical records, and without a doubt they come from Clark's archives. First of all, because all the patients have throat conditions. And secondly, their name starts with either A, B, C, or D, and it is precisely the files that match these letters that have been tampered with.
But why burn these files? How come the names of the two victims appear on them? And who are the two other patients?
These are very good questions.
Schnell ans Telefon.
Hello, Poirot?
Any news, Chief Inspector?
You wanted a stocking seller? We have one. Reported by his landlady, who thought he was behaving suspiciously. He has the most unbelievable name.
Wang Ching.
Alexander Bonaparte Cust.
Yes, Alexander Bonaparte Cust? How did you guess? Poirot, you have magical powers. It's a serious lead. I called Doncaster. A person matching Cust's description has been seen at the station. He got off the train from London, but after that, nobody knows where he went.
Anordnen ganz dunkel, anordnen ganz London, das Ginger Cat angeben, das Black Swan Hotel in Doncaster.
Look for him at the Black Swan Hotel.
What? How do you know he's there?
Trust me, Chief Inspector.
You appear to be very sure of yourself. Very well. I'll call the Black Swan straight away. The owner is going to get a shock when he learns that there's a murderer under his roof.
Chief Inspector, I would rather call myself.
As you wish. Please go ahead.
Hello, the Black Swan. Hercule Poirot here. May I speak to the owner?
Speaking. Dick Dudley Dunbar. How can I help you?
Is there Mr. Cust among your guests?
He arrived today. Shall I call him for you?
No, it is you I wish to speak with.
But who is this Cust?
A murderer.
A murderer? Under my roof? It's not possible. I don't believe it. Do you think that Cust might be dangerous? Oh, I do hope you're wrong. He seems so harmless, you know. Oh, yes, completely harmless.
Do not be fooled. He has already killed 3 people, and you are next.
A murderer? Under my roof? Good God!
Dunbar, can you hear me? Dunbar! Hello? Dunbar has had malaise. That's all we needed. I'm calling the Doncaster police. I hope they get there quickly.
Hello, Poirot. We have some good news. The police in Doncaster have caught our man at the Black Swan Hotel. They're sending him here by train.
How is the hotel owner?
He had a heart attack. He was taken to the hospital.
Oh no. It is my fault. When I told him the killer was at his hotel, I should have been more considerate.
Come on, Poirot. You weren't to know he had a weak heart.
But I should have known. I saw his medical records.
Do not torture yourself, Poirot. His attack was not fatal thanks to the quick intervention of the ambulance team.
Please keep me informed on his progress.
You can count on me. I'll do what's needed.
I will visit him at his bedside when the murderer is caught.
That's typical of you, Poirot. We should focus on the next part of the investigation in order to avoid other incidents.
No, of course.
While we're waiting to question Cust, we could search his room in London.
Where does he live?
The Marbury Guest House.
I'll see you there.
Yes, but start without me. First of all, I have to sort out a few details for Cust's transfer.
I understand. À bientôt.
A bientôt, a bientôt.
Hastings, we are making good progress. Please go and search the room of our #1 suspect.
With pleasure. I did have a dentist appointment, but I'll cancel.
The dentist. So that is why you are so nervous and bad-tempered.
A visit to the dentist is never an enjoyable prospect.
But an unavoidable one. Go to your appointment, Hastings. I will manage on my own. To Marbury Guest House, please.
Not bad.
I've been going past this modest guest house for so long. I would never have thought that the ABC case would lead me here.
Kann er nicht hier, weil das Mäuterchen
Marbury.
ausmachen.
There is a very pretty village by this name in Cheshire.
Ja, sonst ist hier wohl nichts. Ein Gully hätte ich noch gucken können. Ob da was drin ist. Guck mal hier rüber. Oh, da, guck mal.
It is a very beautiful piano. Maybe Mrs. Marbury likes to play in her free time. It is a...
Aber er darf nicht spielen, obwohl er so ein Handsymbol ist, verdächtig.
It looks like I've found the real master of this house.
Die Katze ist weg.
There is no need to worry about the household cat. I'm sure that Mrs. Marbury lets it do what it pleases.
How do you do? You must be Mr. Hercule Poirot. Chief Inspector Jupp told me that you might be coming.
Wo sie sich darüber ärgern, dass die Kartoffeln schält.
Madame, you may be of valuable help to me.
It would be my pleasure to help you. Will there be some journalists there as well?
I think you might even be interviewed. You are a key witness.
I've suspected him for some time, but he appeared so harmless. Oh yes, sometimes he got angry and waved his arms about. But even then, he wasn't frightening. And he was as gentle as a lamb again immediately afterwards. It was only this morning that I understood. He told me he was going to Cheltenham, but my daughter saw him at Euston Station. It's not the right station. To get to Cheltenham, you have to take the train from Paddington. And what's more, Mr. Cuss left behind an ABC with Doncaster underlined. As you can imagine, when I saw that, I called Scotland Yard.
Warum sie von dem ABC-Kurs wusste.
Well done. You were right. He did go to Doncaster.
So I was right to warn the police.
Tell me, did you have any other reason to suspect Mr. Cust?
Well, he's odd. Sometimes he coughs really loudly and complains that his throat is burning, and sometimes he talks to himself and stares into space. He told me that it was because of a wound he got in the wall. His head hasn't been quite right since, he said. And then he was in Churston when that millionaire got murdered. I found his train ticket when I washed his coat. He didn't want me to wash his shirt. He washed it himself. But I did see big brown stains on it.
Where were the stains on the shirt?
On the collar and on the buttonholes.
Cut used to travel for his work. Is that correct?
Oh, it wasn't for pleasure. He was always unwell on trains. But he had to sell his stockings around England. I have to respect my engagements, he used to say.
Do you know where Cust was at the time of the murder in Andover and Bexhill? On June the 21st and July the 25th?
No, I don't know. That was a while ago, you know.
But surely you keep a register.
It won't do you much good. Mr. Cuss rents his room for the year. If he goes away for a few days, I have no reason to make a note of it. Ah, I remember one thing. Bexhill's by the sea, right?
Indeed, it is a large seaside resort.
Well, as it happens, at the start of July, Mr. Cast asked me to repair his bathing dress. Suspicious, huh?
Very interesting. Please continue.
I also forgot to say that he started buying newspapers that talked about the case.
When did he start buying the newspapers?
Let's see. I think it was just after the millionaire's murder in Churchton. He didn't seem all that interested before that.
That will be all for now. I'm going to take a look at his room.
Take the key on the counter.
I should check the register. Mrs. Marbury may have been hiding something from me.
I don't think my register will help you. Mr. Cuss rents his room all year.
The truth is becoming apparent, and I have something to say to Mrs. Marbury.
So schnell war ich jetzt nicht.
This woman appears to be in a good mood. Mrs. Marbury is in a good mood. She's working very precisely in producing incredibly thin peel. Mrs. Marbury, if I am to believe the register, you rented room 306 to a certain Mr. Fishman on the day of the Bexhill murder. Room 306 is Cust's room. Can you explain yourself?
Yes, I remember. Just for one night as a favor. Mr. Cust was away, all my other rooms were taken, and poor Mr. Fishman had nowhere to go.
Poor Mr. Fishman.
It doesn't matter, provided that you remembered to change the sheets.
Oh, do you think so?
Ja. Gehen wir mal hoch, ne? Stopf, Stopf, Stopf. Wir gehen einmal hier um.
The Bexhill Daily Paper, dated from the day of the Bexhill murder. Most probably the bathing dress repaired by Mrs. Marbury's expert hands. All the main articles referring to the ABC case are here, from the Churchton murder onwards. Nothing before that date. Trousers, white shirts, everything has been washed very well. ABC guys, enough to sign about a dozen murders. ABC guys, enough to sign. It's closed.
Ja, dann mach doch auf. Was ist das denn?
It's closed. ABC.
Hä? Don't understand. Da, ja, das Messer.
A long-bladed knife. A murderer's weapon. This object will probably be useful to me. It's an ABC. I have to get the ribbon. How am I going to do it? Something is blocking the ribbon. The ribbon is jammed.
Also, schneid die Dinge doch durch.
The right-hand heel has been removed. The left-hand heel has been removed.
Jetzt rausholen? Ja.
And here is the ribbon. Let us see if it was indeed used to write the letters sent by ABC. I only need the ink ribbon for my inquiry. I will let Jack clean the keyboard if he wishes.
Okay. Woher die Farbe? Hä? Was brauche ich jetzt noch? Die Rolle? Oder hier was? Nur das Farbband. Ich überlasse es Jeff, die Tasse zu reinigen, wenn er möchte. Würde ich das noch abmachen oder was? Nee, hä? Ich verstehe nicht, was muss ich machen noch?
And here is the ribbon. Let us see if it was indeed used to write the letters sent by ABC.
Hä?
I only need the ink ribbon for my inquiry. I will let Jack clean the keyboard if he wishes. All the letters announcing the murders were written on Cust's typewriter.
Ja. Hä? Was war das? Bisschen verbuggt.
John Milligan, Managing Director, Silky Legs, Frederick Street, Leicester. To A.B. Cust, Marbury's Guest House, 1935, May the 21st. Dear Sir, further to our letters dated 5th and 10th of the month, we confirm we are you as door-to-door salesman, according to the conditions stated in our previous letters. We will send you the articles by mail and also a Redfield typewriter you will be using for every business letter. Regarding the schedule of your rounds, please do as following. June 21, Andover. Arrive by train the 20th in the evening and get a room at Station Hotel. Start your turn in the north part of the town. This letter establishes that Cust went to Andover, but the ink has hidden the destinations of his other trips. I know from Mrs. Marbury that he went to Churston. I just have to show that he went to Bexhill, and I will have proved that he was present at all the crime scenes.
Die Frage ist immer noch, warum?
Cust is parsimonious. He keeps his pencils and sharpens them until there is nothing left. It is clear that he did not grow up in luxury. Did Cust drop it when he opened the window? Or was it Mrs. Marbury while she was cleaning?
Das weiß man nicht.
How hopeful. This place is a real mess.
Riesiges Chaos.
The least we can say that Mr. Cust is not very concerned about order and balance.
So was.
Laudanum Cameron's Chemists. Laudanum, a medicine for coughs. It is what Dr. Clark prescribed for Mrs. Asher. This subject will probably be useful to me. Diethyl barbituric acid, Johnson Company. I know this medicine. It is a powerful sedative. This subject will probably be useful to me.
Barbitur. Ja, schnell von abhängig, oder?
The least we can say that Mr. Cust is not very concerned
Ja,
about order
das
and balance.
jetzt ein Versehen. Das Bild hier noch? Nee. Hier rausgucken? Nee, dann gehen wir nochmal hier zur Kiste.
This knife is very useful. Who knows? Maybe it never cut anything other than string. Stockings. Stockings.
Okay, das war richtig hilfreich.
It is now the right time.
Oh nein, jetzt geht das wieder los. Das habe ich noch nicht entdeckt. Liegt das Messer auch schon wieder?
The least we can say that Mr. Cust is not very concerned about order and balance.
Kann ich die Sachen hier irgendwie miteinander kombinieren? Ich will das nochmal sichtbar machen, ne?
John Milligan.
Nee, du musst
Dear Sir,
jetzt
regarding the schedule
vorlesen, du sollst jetzt Zeug behandeln
this
hier
letter is...
mit dem chemischen Zeug hier. Guck mal, gib das mal da drauf. Ja.
Cust is parsimonious. It's an... Did cut. ABC guys. Stocking.
Ja, und kann man dann irgendwas machen? Die Tinte aufsaugen oder so? Zimmer durchsuchen.
The register shows that Cust did not sleep at the guest house on the day of the murder. Where was he? Bexhill. The Bexhill paper reveals it. Cust bought this newspaper in Bexhill on July the 25th.
Tja. Das ist ja schön.
Stocking.
Stocking.
It is not the right.
Super strange. Was soll ich denn machen?